Let's see. Today we're making Ash Ketchum, the kid that doesn't age. Dropped his overall physique here down to 0 because he's a kid, and I don't really remember him being too ripped or big. I think it was, what, 12? Generally, Ash had a tan, kind of Asian, Caucasian looking skin, so I ended up choosing that option. Hair is generally spiky. I didn't actually do anything like changing the bangs or anything here. He has kind of an internal bedhead with, like, it poking out to the side, and there isn't really too many options here for would match that. You could go down to accessories over the hair and like move it inside his head more to try and get that eternal bedhead thing of his, but you'd have to play around with it quite a bit, and it's going to take up a lot of accessory points. If you're on PC, there's a mod you can get to lower that down to 0. Well, not 0, but 1. So you could add a whole bunch of hair accessories, but just not gonna do it. He didn't have really any anime eyes in the male section for some reason. Female has a whole bunch of different kinds, but that face was the biggest one. In the video, I skipped over what his hair color was, but I just colored it black with a slightly grayer top to match the lighting. This is the pupil and the eyes. It doesn't matter which of these three you choose. Not going to be able to tell much of a difference from a distance. Ash generally has brown eyes, from what I remember. He always has that little highlight at the top of his eye. This is close as you can get to it. Size, I'd say around 3 or 4 would probably be the closest to his, because his eyes are really thin, like squished together for some reason. So you're going to want cat eyes all the way to 10. Edge thickness is really up to you when it boils down to it. Ash's eyebrows get really thick towards the outside of his face and then thinner as it goes in, but there isn't really an eyebrow like that. So I end up choosing this option. As you can see, there's not really anything like his. For the color, I chose dark brown. You could choose dark brown or black. It's not going to make much of a difference overall. He doesn't have much eyelash drawing from at least the original that I remember watching. No makeup, scars. For his paint, for the little squiggly marks on his cheeks, I chose this option. It's not as, like, jagged as the original anime, but you'd have to play with it quite a bit more, and I don't think there's enough face paint slots to make it properly. For the hat, there isn't really a hat exactly like his. These are pretty much the only 2 options for that. I flipped it around backwards, like when he's actually in a duel, because it's the only way to get it to where it doesn't look completely kind of dumb with it clipping through his head. If you go down to accessories and use like a nail and stuff, you can try and mess with it to get the little symbol on his head. Color it earth green or whatever. Try and get it close, but it's never going to look right no matter what you do there. Doesn't match the curve of the hat or anything. It's always going to have those little clips unless you like have the mod to lower the cost really far down and you just custom make his hair using all the accessories. For the outfit, I chose this one. The top 2 at the top left, I guess you could also use, but those look a little more suit-like, I guess. And this one, when you go into the clothing, if you take off certain options, it'll look really, really close to his. See, the colors, it's just blue and green. Because I remember him having a green shirt. That's why the pant leg's green, because it colors whatever his shirt is. You could always just color it a type of blue if you wanted to get closer. Mask is personal preference. Mask frame is personal preference. Don't remember Ash wearing an apocalypse style mask, but breather, but
Damn
that
you!
would probably be a game saver.
Right.
This is the youngest voice there is.
Got it. You're very kind.
Or at least I thought so. And that's Ash Ketchum. Kid that doesn't age.
Yeah, that's what you look like.